What's up? What's up? We are the Fearless Woman is in the house. We are live on the fly. MMI in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Got lots to do. Busy. We are busy changing our lives. We are busy transforming our lives. We are busy living, breathing, inhaling, loving MMI ourselves. A very foreign concept to many of us. Many. I feel like I'm giving birth. I feel like I'm giving birth to this yumminess, this concept, this invigoration, this way of life that I only started getting into. The sun is behind me here. I hope you guys can see me. There's a lot of, my lighting is not so great. I've got my little cute home studio. So, MMI, man, it's not just about, self-nurturing and self-awareness and making sure we are feeling good. It's also an awareness of the people around us. See, it's not just about us. And it was such a great post, that the discussion post that I did today. I loved it. What we miss most about a man, and a couple of really good ones, especially from Rivka, was, posting the difference between a boy and a man. See, we get duped, right? Because we see a grown man, he's got the hair on the chest, he's got the beard, right? He's a grown man, but we don't care about the outside. This is what I talk about for us too, is MMI. It's not the outside what matters. You guys know that for me, my passion, my purpose is emotion. My passion, my purpose is feelings. It's energy. It's your heart. Because nobody really talks about that, right? Everyone talks about, other stuff. Like we go to the doctor to get our pap smears. We go to the gym to work with a trainer to get our body strong. We go to the psychologist to work on issues in our head, right? And get the diagnoses that we need. But who's working with our feelings, emotions? And when a man and a husband says to you, you're so emotional, shut the fuck up, you're so emotional. You know what? Fuck you and fuck off. How dare you say that to me? My husband used to tell me all the time, ugh, you're so emotional. You're so emotional. Just calm down. No, you calm down. You calm down. You don't poo-poo my feelings, because when you poo-poo my feelings, what happens with women like us? We poo-poo our feelings. I think it was Lisa the other day on the Zoom, which is why I love the Zoom. Please. We're doing a Zoom tomorrow, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So please come. Just come. I know it's scary. I know I can be a little intense, sorry, but because I'm really into you. What did Lisa say yesterday on the Zoom? She goes, Revi, I have wrong feelings. Holy shit. What does that even mean, wrong feelings? How can you have wrong feelings? No, you get rid of the word wrong. I have feelings. They're not wrong. They're your feelings. This is the MMI again. You cannot put down your feelings. You just can't do that. You can't do that. You can't mitigate yourself. You can't patronize yourself. A fearless woman does not do that. See, we're so used to being put down. We're so used to not even being at the top of the list. We're at the bottom of the list. Heck, most of us aren't even on the friggin' list. I know that's what happened to me. I'm like, what list? Who the hell is Revi? I didn't know who the hell I was. I completely lost everything about who I was because I wasn't with a grown man. I was with a boy man. He was a boy. He was a child. Last night I went out with my girlfriends. I was working on the videos. You guys know that I'm working on finalizing the tribe. I'm doing 6 months of discussion posts. It's like I'm giving birth. Amazing. I mean, I was energized. My girlfriend's like, oh my God, what did just have an espresso? I love this stuff. We had the best time. We went out, we had some sake, sushi, me and my two friends. I drove her home. All of a sudden, she's married, by the way, and we talked about how we have friends now that we're in our divorce and in our separation and our breakup, we're now really able to see things more clear. So we all have friends that are still in bad marriages because, 50% of first marriages break up, but I always say the other 50%, half of those, 25% should be married, the other half should be divorced, but they don't for a myriad of reasons, which we so get because like we're going through it or we've gone through it and it's just not a pleasant experience, but it is truly transformative, but it ain't for everyone. Like it's hard. So what does her husband do? He goes apeshit on her. He called, I guess her phone died. My phone, I left my phone in my car. So when we got in the car, there's like this long text. Now you guys know what I feel about text this long. When I see text this long and emails this long, do you know what I do? I swipe or delete or I block. When I have a text this long, that's called drama. That's called I'm a boy. That's not I'm a man. That's a boy. When you have something this long, it's a boy. It's for us to control how we respond. If we react, then we're being a little girl. If we respond, then we're being a grown woman. That's truth. You're not controlling my feelings anymore. I'm controlling my feelings. I decide if I let you into me or not. He went cuckoo on her. And then he calls her and he's like, I was worried. Okay, fair enough. He was worried. Why? She said she was going to be an hour with me. We ended up being 3 hours. Her phone died. Okay. I was worried, sick. You didn't respond. Now, we went to dinner. He knew exactly where we went. He saw me pick her up. We said bye. We literally went. I mean, he could have walked to the restaurant. If he was so worried, he could have just gotten in the car and gone to the restaurant. We were there the whole time. He went crazy. We had him on speakerphone, and how he spoke to her, I felt like I was married to my husband again. I almost started to shake. Who the hell do you think you are? How dare you not call me? I've been trying to reach you. I am here alone. I'm waiting for you and waiting for you while you're out with your friends having fun, and I'm home alone. Who do you think you are? He was pulling the boy thing. And she's trying to placate him. I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh my God, flashback. Oh my God, flashback. Oh my God, and now I know this couple well, very well. I've known them for almost 20 years since I moved here to Boca. And this is a recurring theme. I love her. She's like us, guys. She's a giver. She's a lover. She's a healer. She's a nurturer. She loves people. She loves emotions, everything. You see that, you can sense that in people. Like I see that now in 2 seconds. I just see it. I feel it. There's an aura to you, and he's not. He sucks that out of you because he's got multiple holes all over his energy source. So he's so thirsty. Talk about dehydration for love. Talk about starvation for love. He's got it, man. That's our issue. Good morning. What's up, guys? I'm using StreamYard, by the way, so I may not see all your names, just so you guys know. But I like it, so then I like to save this. It's really hard to save on Facebook directly. Anyway, this live is very important. The dehydration, this starvation for love. What's up, guys? Good morning. Oh, what time is it for me? It's like 1:20. How's it? Good morning for you. Where are you guys? The dehydration is, and the ironies of ironies. The ironies of ironies is we attract a boy man who's also dehydrated for love. That's what doesn't make sense. I know, California, girlfriend. Let's go. I'm from LA. So that's what we attract. So when I already know how he is. I don't like him, but I love her. So I have a relationship with her. I don't really involve myself with them as a couple. We used to, when I was married, we'd go out with them as couples. I was honest with her. I told her, I don't like him, but I'm not married to him. He just went belligerent, flagrant, how he spoke to her. How dare you, leaving me home alone. I was so worried, sick, and I was by myself while you're out there with your friends. You should have called me. You should have texted me. And she's like, I'm sorry, but I'm here. He goes, what do you mean you're here? I'm now at the restaurant. I came to get you. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm now like, what? he's like, and she goes, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And what does he say? He goes, I'm not accepting your apology. I'm not accepting it. And actually, I'm now going to go out and drink and party with my friends. Click. My friend is 51. He's 53. I'm like, am I in kindergarten? Did I just walk into a kindergarten class? She looked at me. She goes, oh, he'll be fine. I'm like, excuse me? That's the acceptance, right? We're so used to a man speaking to us like that. We're so used to a man, boy, man, behaving like that towards us that we're like, oh, that's okay. Illinois in the house, New York in the house. What's up? What's up? I can't see your name, so I'm sorry. I'm in Boca, baby, Boca, with my doggy. My doggy's in here with me. You guys know that I got 2 Chihuahuas. So I said to her, I said, let's call her Jane. I said, I understand that he was worried about you. I get that. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem in his tone. I have a problem in the way he spoke to you. Like, you're the girl, you're the little girl, and he's the father. Aurora, yeah, from Livermore. Very cool. Hi, gorgeous. Hey, Pam, am I on my personal page? Pam Cohen, am I on my personal page? Pam, you have to tell me right now, because I don't want to be at my personal page. Oh, you know what? I don't care. Do I? Is it Pam? Pam, where are you guys? Where are you? How can I be am I in my personal? Oh, Pam, you have to tell me if I'm in my personal page. Hold on, guys, because I don't want to be in my personal page. I want this only to be on the business stuff. Hold on, guys. Don't go anywhere. Hold your horses. No. Oh, Pam, are you? I'm not in the personal page. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold your horses. I don't even use my personal page for anything. I don't think I should be. No, I'm not, right? You're in the group. Okay. So Pam, are you in my group? You must be. You must be in my group. Okay, good. Pam, so you're watching this in Pam, are you watching this in the tribe? You're not watching it on our personal, because I'm friends with you on personal, right? I just want to make sure, because I want this to be only my tribe. There's no Pam here. Oh, but it said Pam Freeman Cole. Let me see that. Okay, whatever, it's good. We're moving on. This is what she said to me. I'm in your group. Thank you, Pam. Okay, good, lovey. I didn't know you were in my group. I'm so excited. So this is what was so profound about what happened. She said, Revi, it's okay. I'm used to it. It's okay. I'm used to it. I have a problem with that. And you know why I have a problem with that? It's because it triggered me, right? So this is what happens. It triggers us. So a trigger that gets you upset, a trigger that gets you emotional, a trigger that starts with the throat chakra, which is self-expression, the heart chakra, which is emotion, and stomach, sacral chakra, which is confidence and worth. So for me, it was my throat and my heart. I'm even feeling it right now. These 2 places. My stomach is perfect. I have women who say to me, Revi, I'm nauseous. Revi, I have women that have actually thrown up. Like when they go through stuff, they actually throw up. I had one woman who told me that when she was going through all this, she like literally threw up and had diarrhea for like 2 days. No joke. Like that's how powerful the emotion is. That's how immersed the emotion is. It's that deep. It's that part of our DNA. So what happens, the emotion creates the thought. So we have these emotions and then the thoughts come out. Part of the work that you do with me is that we work on the thought on a conscious level to then make it subconscious back into our emotion. When you say that's okay, what you're doing. So here you guys are. The anxiety he brings to me causes me nausea. So nausea, guys, is the stomach. Like energy is real. I'm in this enlightenment phase. Like we have three phases that we go through in our life as a human. Forget the woman, as a human. We have the physiological need, which is survival, safety, shelter, food, money, etc. Then we have the psychological need. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, by the way. Oh, let's block this guy. Block user. Bye-bye. We have, that's from my Facebook page, because I'm also on my Facebook page, which is obviously more open and public. So there's 3 levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Is really 5 to 6, but I break it down into 3 major components: physiological, safety, shelter, food, health, clothing, money. The second element is psychological. That's when we work on the we and we work on the I: community, family, intimacy, etc. Self-esteem, worth. And then to me, we have the best one. He sounds like my husband, so I stopped going anywhere other than working my mom's. Yeah, he sounds like everyone's husband's girlfriend. Welcome to my story. Welcome to all of our stories. That's why we're all here, because you are me and I'm you. Okay. So the second part is psychological, and the third part, which to me is the sexiest, the most fascinating, and where I'm at, is enlightenment. And I think that's part of life. I know that in the tribe, we have women in their some 20s, amazingly enough, that are so incredible to leave their husbands and get a divorce in their 20s. I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't even that aware of myself when I was in my 20s. I met my husband when I was 20. I was 20 when I met him. But the enlightened phase is where things just start clicking. And that's why the MMI is so good, because MMI is enlightenment. See, MMI is an awareness of yourself. MMI is the awareness of the observation, not just into yourself, but into your surroundings, without the trigger, without the trigger, without the throat feeling like it's going to be constricted, or the heart beating faster, or you feeling nauseous. So if we're still experiencing these kinds of things, that's a trigger that something's not resolved on us. That's the trigger. That's the trigger. It's not acceptable behavior when someone talks down to you. Husband, friend, colleague at work, business associate, it just isn't. And it's imperative, we as women, as we go through our enlightenment phase, because when you go through a divorce and you go through a breakdown, you do get enlightened. If you want it, you can choose not to. You can choose to say, you know what? This is on him and not on me. You can do that. But then you're missing out on being enlightened. Enlightenment only comes from you realizing that you attracted the boy man. And there's no friggin' way I'm doing that again. Hell fucking no. You don't speak to me like that and talk down to me like that and then behave like a boy and make it all my fault. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not saying there's not instances that you are wrong. You are, but it's the behavior, it's the communication, it's the energetic voice. And when you say, oh, I'm used to it, that's a fist punching you words and energy. The difference is there's no physical bruise. But don't think for a minute emotional abuse and verbal abuse is not the same thing as a fist hitting you. But what they're doing is they're hitting you in your heart. They're hitting you in your throat chakra, in your heart chakra, and your sacral chakra, your self-expression. You stop talking. You stop expressing yourself, because every time you do, there's a punch with the word. And people are like, oh, they poo-poo that. I'm used to it. No, you're not used to it. You just given up. It was a major trigger for me. I was really upset. And I realized that I still have to work on it. I still have to come to terms with it. Clearly, I'm still holding a lot of, some anger and resentment, not to him and maybe not to me, but is it society? I don't know. I have to think about it. The justice in any person speaking to you like that, but me viscerally, you guys know here with me, it's about the marriage and the husband speaking to the wife like that. But the ownership, the enlightenment, that third element of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is understanding that it's us. So we have to be so careful what man we attract again, because if we don't do the real work to understand why we allowed that, and many women allow that because we lack worth. We're scared of abandonment. We're scared of rejection. We're scared we won't be noticed. We're scared we won't be heard. No one will love us. We'll be alone. We'll be lonely. The money. There's a million reasons, valid, but not true. Valid, meaning I'm going to validate your fears in the sense that I'm hearing you, but I'm not agreeing with it. A lot of women, me included, we're so dehydrated, starving for love. I was like a little dried prune when I left my husband. Hello, Terry. When I left my husband, I was a little plant in the Sahara Desert saying, I need water. My water was love. And it's amazing that people just don't give love and emotion the value, the need that is just absolutely demanded of it. Love is the universal language of the world, of the universe, of the galaxy. Is love. In China, they're speaking Chinese. They know what love is. In India and I don't know, Russia, wherever you're going. And any woman that poo-poos it, and any man that poo-poos it, you're missing out. So dehydrated, Terry said. So what happens when we're so dehydrated, when a man patronizes us and talks to us in that way with using his words as a punching bag, you have the bruises, but the bruises are now in your emotions and your heart. And most importantly, the bruises are in your energy spheres because you stop talking, self-expression, throw to self-expression. You submerge and suppress your emotions and feelings, which to me is death. And you have no confidence. You don't trust yourself. You have fear. That's all stomach. There's a lot of women that suffer from terrible stomach pains. I used to have the worst stomach pains and the worst acid reflux. It was so bad. And it's from that. A physical feeling many times stems from an emotional blockage and pain. And when you choose self-love first after leaving, it's the most attractive thing ever. There it is. So when we attract these boy men and not grown men, is because there's a certain level of immaturity on our part. The maturation has not kicked in for us. So we have our own holes because we're so thirsty for love, we're dehydrated, we're starving, that we'll just take anything. But when we're lack like that, we don't attract a grown man, we attract a boy man. And unfortunately, they tend to have 20 holes compared to ours because, we're women. So they're always worse, right? And the cycle continues. Now, if you start doing the sexiest thing in the world, which is falling in love with yourself, just like this last comment, when you choose self-love. And I like that word. It's a choice. It is a choice. That's bingo. When you choose self-love first, you work on filling your own holes. So what happens? It becomes impossible for you to attract a boy anymore, because now you've worked on loving yourself to the point that you're healing your own holes and you're watering your own plants. And now your flowers are starting to bloom. You won't attract the boys. You just won't, because you're just on a different frequency. And you won't tolerate anyone speaking down to you. Even if I'm not saying you have to confront them, but you can cut them out of your life. You can choose not to spend time with them. You can choose not to be around them. The key word is choice. And there's nothing sexier than being with a grown man. It was Terry's post today that I put it right at the top of the group that I just friggin' love. You know, the difference between a boy and a man. The boy's hiding behind a man's body. That's why we're so confused. Just because it looks like a man doesn't mean he's a man. I don't care how they look like. I care how they are inside, their emotions, their feelings. And a grown man is the wind in your back. A grown man is interested in your needs. A grown man cares about your feelings. I even said to her, she said, he knows how I feel. I said, I get that. But he doesn't care how you feel. There's a difference. This is my story too. He knew damn well how I felt. I was yelling, screaming, crying, begging, pleading, you name it, I did it. The reason the change didn't occur is because he didn't care about how I felt. I care about his feelings. He cared about his feelings. He didn't care about my feelings, and I sure as hell didn't either. No wonder we're dehydrated. So the pain, the devastation, the heartbreak of the divorce, it's terrible. I'm glad that's many years away from me now, 5, almost 6 years actually, since we broke up. I think we broke up 6 years ago and we're divorced 5. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. Hardest thing I've ever done in my whole, and I've gone through a lot of hard things, really hard things. Some things are really bad. Oh, I got another one from YouTube. It's bad, guys, because I'm on YouTube too. And I'm going to delete this one. Delete. That's the problem with YouTube, is you don't know who you're going to be on there. But if you can make the decision to fight for you, because it's a fight. And I'm going to tell you that you have proof that you know how to fight for something that you believe in, because you fought for your marriage. We all fought for our marriage. We fought damn hard for our marriage and for our family. So don't tell me you don't have it in you to fight for you, because you do. You just have to seek evidence of that. And when you start working on that, you're just going to feel better, and you're going to go up this way. And when you go up this way, you don't attract boys, you attract men, because now you've gone from being a girl to being a woman. See, a fearless woman is a grown woman. She's an adult. She's a grown adult. So she doesn't go and send texts this long. You know, that one friend of mine, she is a woman. She wasn't irritated. There was an interaction. It triggered me more than it triggered her, for sure. And I learned that I'm still obviously triggered by that, because it's not right? That's the justice part of me, right? I have a need to do the right thing. A lot of us here do the right thing, and we have a need for the right thing to be done. And when the right thing is not done, whether it's not done for us or for our kids or our family or community, we get triggered. So this is what occurred. It wasn't right how, I allowed myself to be treated and how he treated me. But back then I didn't know, because I poo-pooed it. I suppressed my emotions. I said it was okay. And, I got over it. No, I didn't. It was only when I left him that I became totally aware, in that enlightenment phase of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, after working on my own physiological needs, after working on my own psychological needs, I came to the enlightenment phase. And it's so damn sexy to be there. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. I highly recommend it. So the onus of a boy man and a grown man is not on the man. It's on us. It's not on the man. Because when you put it on the man, you're releasing your strength and your power, which you so have, and you're putting it onto him. That's not happening. And the validation is that you do have power, because you just said, oh, I just gave him the power. So then acknowledge that you have power. There's no such thing as wrong feelings. There's no such thing as I'm powerless. That's bullshit. That's a cop-out. That's an easy way out. That's the ostrich mentality. That's not who we are. A fearless woman faces her emotions. Because the way, when you face emotions, it's not even about blaming. It's not even about pointing, but it's just to face it, to feel it, to just say, okay, I'm feeling this way. The emotions need acknowledgement. Emotions need to be seen, to be heard, and to be accepted, right or wrong. That's why there's no such thing as a wrong feeling. It just isn't. There's great men out there. Great, great, great men. I think I've shared with you that I have a boyfriend in my life that's just, you know, that he is the wind in my back. One of the reasons why I was able to show up on this platform, creating the Fearless Woman movement, is my whole life I didn't even know. I would never seen a man like him if I hadn't gone through my divorce. The divorce is what allowed me to be enlightened and to then be able to see good, healthy men like him. And I have never felt so free in my whole life. I have never felt so infinitely loved in my whole life. I have never felt so grounded to earth and the universe as one in my whole life. Never, never until just, in the last couple of years. And I understand it. Why? It's because I chose me first. And because I chose me first, I found a man who honors that in me. And I see it, not by what he says. I don't give a shit what a man says. I give a shit what he does. And that is up to you. The onus is on you to make that happen. And you absolutely can. There's no question in my mind that every single woman can do it. No question. And there's a lot of great, there's not just one great man. There's many, many great men. You just don't know where to look, because you only know how to look for men that are boys. You don't even know how to look for grown men. You don't know that. So you will always prove to yourself that there's no grown men and there's only boy men, and that's what you'll attract. And that, my lovely ladies, is why you need to join my program, the Fearless Woman Tribe. So the live now is done. This was a good one. I'm going to go again live on Friday at 1. I love the lives. It's so much fun. I really enjoy it. I'll go live again, and we're doing a Zoom. Sorry about the light, guys. The sun is right behind I have a window and a little patio back here, so the sun is right behind. I should have done it the other way around. So the live is now over. I'm going to spend a little time talking about my my Fearless Woman Tribe. So I'll share a screen in a minute. I just realized I didn't open the tab. We're doing Zoom Thursday night, 8 p.m. The link is under announcements in the Facebook group itself, or you can just send me a message. Live on Friday at 1. And I'm going to be also hosting a masterclass. Is it possible to record the live for new program? Oh, is that, well, the live will always stay permanently in the private tribe. So the lives will always, first of all, let me explain it. I'm going to explain it right now. Okay, guys. So just, Zoom tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, and then Friday live 1 o'clock here in the open tribe. So we're done with that. So now I just want to talk a little bit about my membership program, because I know there's confusion, because I did change it a little bit. And a fearless woman is allowed to change things. We're allowed to, fail forward, because that's how we test and try. So first of all, it's a month-to-month membership program. So it's like going to the beach, because once you go to the beach and you love the beach, you always want to go to the beach. Zoom link doesn't work for me for some reason. We updated the Zoom. Go back in and change it. The one you probably had was from the old one. It should be okay. You were in the Zoom many times a long time ago. You were on our Zooms. So I'll do a private message to you, okay, on Facebook for the current one. It's now, you just go on that link. I only have that, by the way, in the Facebook group. Nowhere else. You did? Okay, we'll try it again. That's weird. I don't know about that. Suddenly it didn't work for me. then I would get out of Zoom, like log out and log back in. Excuse me, log out and log back in, and maybe clear your cache on your desktop. Do those two things, clear the cache, the history, and log out and log in and see if it'll work. But the Zoom details in the group, it's only in the group, it's nowhere else, is there. Basically, this concept noted, thank you, Lovey. So initially what I did when I did it back in July with my cute OG Fearless Woman is that I did a 6-week program. It was supposed to be, you know, like an hour for the live, 2 hours for the Zoom. It ended up being like such a deep dive immersion that I learned at the end, as beautiful and amazing as it was, it's not scalable and not sustainable. And this movement is a macro movement for me. It's actually even, you know, the micro is divorced women, but the macro, like I had a woman the other day reach out to me because she's widowed. You know, I'm realizing that this lack of worth and the hopelessness and the powerlessness and loss of confidence, it happens with married women. It happens with women that are single. It's really a macro movement. So, you know, I may very well develop it to be on a macro level. I'll never change my voice. My voice is divorced woman voice. That's my story. I can't pretend to be a widow. I'm not a widow, you know, I'm just not. So I can't be something I'm not. That's this part. Self-expression opens up and feels so good, and you become clear in who you are. And you know what happens when you have self-expression authentically? I'm not just, you know, talking the talk, I'm walking it. And that's why, you know, we got 1,400 people in the Facebook group. We've got 75,000 people on TikTok. I just showed up this year. Who would have thought? Divorced women, 25, 30 years on TikTok. That's what happens when this is authentic. When this is lying and this bullshit, no one's into you because you're a liar to yourself. So anyway, what I did back in July is I did it only over 6 weeks, and I'm like, I personally was 2 weeks like exhausted from it. I'm like, this is not the movement that I want, because, you know, even the lives, I know you guys are going to feel my energy in the lives because I get messages. I'm like, if I just fucking show up and say one thing that will change your life, it'll change your life. You'll be different with your kids. You'll be different with your friends. You'll be different. And then phew, there it is. Now you're making impact in your universe, right? In your orbit. So what I decided to do is we're making this like going to the beach. It's a month-to-month membership, just like, you know, you go to yoga and you have a monthly membership, just like, you know, you go to, you know, the gym. This is a monthly membership, 2 weeks free. First 100 women, 40, after 2 weeks free, it's $47. It's $1.55 a day. My Starbucks is $3. So it's half a Starbucks. I felt it was a very, very nominal price investment to come in. And basically what many of you have been experiencing in the Facebook group, we're now putting it on steroids. Because now I'm going to be all over you big time, very engaged in your responses. Because before I was being pulled, right? I was like, oh, I'm here and I'm there. And I'm like, Revi, stop. You know? And that's when I'm like, I got to be laser focused. So the private Fearless Woman tribe is this, what we have now, but on steroids. Because now not only am I adding those daily posts, of which there's going to be more engagement and response, we are now, and then we're adding the lives to teach and train you, reprogram you. And these are 6 massive concepts that I did in 6 weeks that I swear, like Carolina would be like, I jogged, she'd go at 2 in the morning and she'd jog for an hour because it was so intense. So I realized I don't want you jogging at 2 in the morning. I want you to go to sleep. So I'm going to dial it back. The only way I dial it back is by making it longer. Now, it's not that it's 6 months. Yeah, it's going to take us 6 months to go through it, but I'm like, shit, I need a whole month on confidence, on health. I need a whole month on empowerment, on, you know, like this is like a lifestyle. This isn't just an acute cocoon period. It's a cocoon period to, you know, have you be born again, to have a total mindset shift. So it's like, you know, you're coming to the Fearless Woman beach, Fearless Woman island, Fearless Woman, you know, country, universe. So it is month to month. You lock in your $47 a month rate. It will take us 6 months to go through my 6 module concepts. I think even in December, I might even do lives more often because the holidays are very hard, I remember. But then we rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Like I have some women that are like, Revi, I need you, like, I wish I had you every day. My ultimate goal is to have lives and Zooms daily. That's really what I want. Because I remember when I was going through my stuff, I'm like, I could do this every single day. Just talk and listen to other women and just be in an environment of people that understood what I was going through. Because your married friends, they're yummy and they love you, but they don't get us. They just don't get us. They don't have empathy. They just don't. So that's what this is creating. It's a world for that. So these 6 concepts, you know, I'm doing lives Sunday and Wednesday, 1 and 8 Eastern. That's New York time zone. Sunday and Wednesday, 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. But you guys already see that I pop in all the time. I do lives on the flies. And there's a lot of things I want to do, but at least you know consistently 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. Sunday and Wednesday, we're showing up with 2 lives and 2 Zooms. That you know. And then every month I'm going to start in November. We're going through the concepts, these ideas. Lucky to have a few friends going through it too. Yeah, you need it. The support of that is critical because otherwise you think you're by yourself. And we see right here, guys, we're not alone. That's one of the reasons why I created that. And that's why I'm leaving the Fearless Woman group open. I'm not, you know, a lot of owners of groups archive. I'm not archiving it. But obviously the mush that I do will be moving all in it. It's like on steroids, literally on steroids, because every day matters, right? Every day matters. Zooms and lives, Sunday, Wednesday, 1 o'clock and 8 p.m. Then you get access to 25 videos that I personally recorded right here, my cute little background with my cute plants. Sometimes you might hear my chihuahuas, where I share these concepts. So you can download it on if you have an iPhone, I'm going to show it to you right now. If you have an iPhone, unfortunately it's not on the Android, but it's on a really cool platform called Teachables. It looks like tea. And then what happens, I have all of them. See, they're all there. Let's do one video. Let's do a video on Are You Needy? So you click on the one video, and so you can this is, of course, is available on your phone. There's me. It is Revi Goldwasser. Welcome to module 1, Are You Needy? So that's what's cool about the Teachables app. It's a great app. A lot of digital entrepreneurs use it. And I also have worksheets in there for you. I share what I went through. So there's 25 and there's tons. And my favorite is module 6. And, you know, initially I didn't want to give you access to all the 6 modules, but I'm like, you know what? I know some people maybe won't stay. Some people have to leave. So I want you to have this forever. So like I have just my module 6, dating tips, blended family. I have a whole concept of blended family that I have my opinions on it. We talk about orgasms. We talk about vetting. We talk about attaching to the why and not the guy. These are just my thoughts, you know, my thoughts. So you get that included right away when you sign up. You get 2 weeks free, 2 weeks free. I mean, of course, you know, once I encourage you to join before November 1st, because November 1st is when we start with the module of being needy. So these concepts I cover live and in the Zooms in the private tribe. And a lot of the discussion posts that I'm going to do will work around it, because I'm immersing you into personal development and growth as a woman who survived divorce and verbal and emotional abuse. This is very niche. Hold on one second. This is very niche, guys. What I do is niche stuff. Let me just clean that up. What else do we get? Oh, so we get the Zooms, the lives, and then we get the eCourse. You get the program, and then I'm going to be doing more things to have. We're going to be interviewing other sisters in their stories. That's something I actually want to add very quickly, and of course the Big Sis program. And the 6 concepts that we cover are you needy? The fact of this dehydration, the starvation of needing love and being very careful, because if you go to a man for that, you will attract the predatory man. That was my story. Then we talk about fear, how some fear is real and some fear isn't. You're afraid to be alone. I get that. But we got to tackle that. Because when you have fear of being alone and you date from that point of fear, right? Everything comes down to finding true healthy love. So if we have all these negativity, fears that we're focusing on, is there any way to record the Zoom session that the timing is not suitable for me? The Zoom, somebody's asking if there's any way to record the Zoom session. So the Zoom session is something that right now I'm going to tell you no. I may change my mind because if Fearless Woman's allowed to do that, and I'll tell you why. The Zoom session, you know, a lot of these programs that I've seen, I've done a lot of market research, people just show up live once a week and they give you an e-course and that's it. So I'm showing up live twice a week and we're doing the Zoom support group. So, you know, there's a lot of juice. Now, the reason why I have to think about the Zooms, and I'll tell you why. There's energy. You know, this is not a Zoom about Q&A on how to do an Amazon FBA store. This is not a Zoom about how to paint a beautiful picture. This is not a Zoom about, you know, how to start a blogging website, right? What we're doing is energetic work because emotions is energy. So the Zoom, what I learned from that first program, I learned a lot when I did the beta launch with, you know, like my amazing, you know, Lisa and Terry and Carolina and Andrea and Rivka and Karen. It was Tia. It was amazing. That the energy is so powerful, and we hit moments of depth and clarity that if I record that, it stays alive, and I don't like that because that breakthrough is a release, and the only way the true release happens is if I don't keep it. Now, what I may do is record it and put it in the e-course because you can do that. But I have to think about it. I have to think about it. The live, the Zoom is amazing. So, and I know the time is a problem. That's why I did the Sunday. I was really trying to figure out time zones. So I felt like, and you don't have to do all of them, right? There's 4. So it gives you options of at least 1 out of the 4, which is, you know, $47 a month. I think that's pretty good. So, you know, we can reevaluate that. I'm not saying no, but right now my heart is telling me to say no to recording the Zoom. The live I don't have a problem with because the live is just going to be only, like right now I'm streaming it in multiple places because it's a more generic live. And of course I'm going to save it in my library of videos. But when we're in the private tribe, it's only there. So the live, like that material is only going to be for you. No one else is getting a hold of that. So I may keep it. I'm not ruling it out, but I can't get, you know, right now my answer is no. Maybe what we'll do when we'll get on, an idea that I'm having is that when we get on the Zoom, I'll ask everyone's permission. Are you guys comfortable that, you know, we record this and keep it? And it might be good. Like, so I don't know. I have to think about it. Yeah, I have to think about it. It is personal, right? Yeah, it's personal. So that's why the Zoom is not something that I was feeling to record. Again, recording teaching material is fine, but that's the lives. I'm going to be, you know, teaching my concepts and my ideas and answering your questions in a fun live, which is fun and interactive and really cool. And you have the e-course, like the material is already there. Of course, you know, different energy, obviously each time. I can't cover everything at once. That's why we're doing it. You know, it's going to be repeated because it's a mindset. It's a total immersion into a mindset. So, all right, guys, sounds good. So I think that's good for now. So again, it is a membership. It's not like it's a 6-month. People like there's some confusion. Like, is it 6 months membership? No, it's month to month. So you could stay for 5 years. You could stay for 5 minutes. It's whatever you want. Initially, I was selling the program for $1,000 and I just wasn't feeling it. Several people bought. I refunded all of them. I think we had 6 women that bought. When I first launched it at $1,000, I'm like, it's not what I want. My heart told me this is not what I want. So this to me feels good. So let's do it. Let's do it. So thefearlesswomantribe.com. Let me just put it in here in the comments. To lock in tribe.com to lock in your founding member rate, $47. After 100 women are in, it will go up. I haven't decided by how much. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Thank you, honey. But it will go up because I'm also a businesswoman. I'm teaching you guys and showing you. I'm not just saying make money. I'm showing you how you make money, right? I'm also showing you that I'm a businesswoman, so I'm doing a business that's directly in line with my heart. How it doesn't get better than that. When your career and your work directly aligns with your passion and purpose, talk about enlightenment. Then you're hitting all 3: physiological, which is the money; psychological was the worth, the community; and enlightenment, the connection to God, higher power, the universe, and community. The self-manifestation in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which I spend a whole module, we're going to spend just 1 week on that. I made a whole pyramid. I took Maslow's hierarchy of needs and I really dissected it, and we're going to talk about it because that's my framework, my framework. How long have I been on here? I talk a lot. 51 minutes. Shit, I was going to make this a 15-minute live. See what happens to me? My framework, I can't say that word, framework, is based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's what I base it on. Everything that I work, that I live, that I breathe, that I do, everything is Maslow's. I learned about it in high school. Abraham Maslow. It's this is the framework I follow. And the entire framework is MMI. That is me, myself, and I. See, a lot of people think the answer to life is being in love and having a man. No. That's one part of your self-manifestation. When you hit number 5, which is enlightenment, that's your connection of your why. When you hit the 6th one, which is self-transcendation, that's everybody else's why. So the why is not about making impact. Self-manifestation is not about making impact. In the world, self-manifestation is making impact to yourself. Self-manifestation is making your own impact to yourself. That's how it works. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm ending the stream. Check out the website. I will see you guys Friday at what time? 1 o'clock. Friday, 1 p.m. We're going to do another live. Thanks for watching, guys. Take good care. Bye, guys. Any questions, you can send me an email or just put a question in the Facebook group or my email address. I think I posted it under the announcements as well. You got my email address. Okay, guys. Mwah. Take good care. Bye, guys. Love ya.